Enterprises. Miscellaneous.
How's it going, everybody? Ragiroth Enterprises here. So, I want to do something a little different once again. Again, I apologize for the inactivity. My schedule's been kind of crazy lately. As you can see, I'm actually not in my normal place of filming. I'm not in my house. I'm at my aunt and uncle's house in Florida. I don't know if I mentioned this in any other previous videos, but I actually went to New York Comic Con this year. This is, I think, maybe my fourth or fifth time going, and I want to talk about, I guess, the gaming related stuff that I did there, or that I didn't do there. As you can tell, it's good news and bad news. You know, overall it was pretty fun. It was probably one of the better years I went. Maybe not my favorite, but definitely one of my best. So much I wanted to do there that I couldn't really do it all, even though this was the first time going for 2 days as opposed to just 1 day. I guess I'll start with the bad news first. Bad news is that they actually had demos for Devil May Cry 5, Jump Force, Resident Evil 2, and Kingdom Hearts 3. I really wanted to play all of those demos, but you know how many I got to play? 0. And no, it's not me giving the okay sign, this is 0. Well, Kingdom Hearts 3 I kind of knew was kind of a long shot because Square Enix usually has like ticketing for their demos and stuff because I guess so many people want to play them. And I didn't care as much about playing that, to be honest. I mean, I really want Kingdom Hearts 3, but it's not the top there. Plus, it's not like that's usually a game I talk a lot about on my channel. Jump Force and Devil May Cry 5, not playing them was pretty upsetting. Resident Evil 2 also, but slightly less so. They basically, like, every time I went to the lines, there was always someone holding a sign saying the line's temporarily closed. You basically had to constantly wait there for that to be opened up. And like the Devil May Cry 5 line looked pretty long. The Jump Force line didn't even look that long. I guess there just wasn't that much space. But either way, you'd be waiting for over an hour. And the thing that sucked is one time I just got to the Jump Force line, but there was like one person that was, I guess, sort of ahead of me, and they let that person in before me. So I was pretty beat. And like, I could have like sat around and waited, but I was just afraid to like kind of waste time, you know, lolling there, and I kind of would just constantly keep checking back, and I guess that wasn't really the right way to do it. This has never happened before. Usually the demos, like the lines are long, but they're never like that long where they're actually closed. So I guess on one hand that was kind of good because it shows a lot of people want to play those games. Resident Evil 2, I knew the line would be crazy because Resident Evil is such a big name and that remake has been highly anticipated for a long time. Well, this transitions into kind of good news, but also goes to some bad news as well. There was this Devil May Cry 5 fan event that I went to. Of course, it was like a long walk from the convention, but I figured, you know what, screw it. When the hell am I going to get to do this again? And of course, no one was able to come with me, so I'm like, I'll just go myself, whatever. And it was really cool. There was like this little reserved area of a restaurant. They had like mixed drinks based off of like weapons from the game. I'll be honest, I'm not really a big alcohol drinker, especially like kind of fancier mixed drinks. I'll just have like a beer, maybe some wine, something simple like that. But I figured this is an occasion where it's like, screw it, I gotta have at least one. So of course I went with Sparta, one of my personal favorites. I mean, it was good, I'm not really a huge mixed drink fan, but I think the opportunity, it was good. Like, they of course had demos there for Devil May Cry 5 as well. And you could also briefly, take a picture and autograph with Itsuno and Matt Walker, the producer. And the good thing is, I met some cool people, talked to some people with Devil May Cry. They were playing mostly Devil May Cry music and anime music, and of course I had to once get down and dance to Devil Trigger. When am I going to do that again? I'm not a huge dancer, but I had to do that. And they had free pizza there too, so it's free food and it's food I like, so check please. The bad thing, I guess how it transitions to bad news, even though I was in line for that, I still didn't get to play the demo before the event ended. I guess because I didn't get there soon enough, but even still, it was only like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours when it started. Like, they're just too packed to play that game. And then here's kind of the bigger ball kicker. Like, because I was there a little too late to meet, Matt or Itsuno. They had like they said at the end, like, all right, 10 minutes. 10 minutes, we'll do like more photos and autographs with them. So I got in line and like I was literally about to go up and they cut me off. They said, like, hey, sorry, party's over. It's past 8 o'clock. They had a long day. They're not there anymore. Of course, it had to end at me, and like I was really upset, and I was thinking, like, I wonder if I should have just asked, like, look, I'm just right there. Can you just wait? But I didn't want to be like that guy, or like, or make trouble or anything like that. I mean, I understand they're just doing their, the security guys were just doing their job, and I mean, they probably did have a long day. Matt and Itsuno did have a long day. I'm not really mad at anyone. I guess if anything, I'm mad at myself, but even that's kind of irrational because it's like I tried to get in line and it was such a sporadic thing. Like, I couldn't have been psychic to kind of be up there fast enough. I think the situation just kind of sucked. I think when it comes down to the thing that kind of, I guess, sort of just sucked about this New York Comic Con is I just feel like I got kind of blocked. when it came to certain things. And I think that's one of my issues with conventions. I feel like you pay all this money and it's like you're still not like guaranteed to do everything you want to do just because of how much demand there is for something and how much time that can only be allotted for it. It is kind of like, it is one of the few things that's just such a gamble in life is certain conventions. It doesn't help with New York Comic Con. I feel like there's actually stuff I really want to do. A lot of other conventions I go to, they're fun, but there's not really stuff I care about doing. You know, that was the bad things for that. It didn't ruin my time. It did put a damper on it. So now on for the good news. The good news is there was demos for like My Hero Academia, One's Justice, and Soul Calibur 6, of course. And I did get to play them. Lines for them were like nothing. You know, they were really easy to get into. I guess it's because they're so close to coming out. There's probably just not quite as much hype for them. And you know, we've had the Soul Calibur 6 beta, and My Hero already has come out in America and in Japan. So now my impressions of that, I mean, obviously I played Soul Calibur 6 already, I played the beta. There was like basically every character we know of. It was basically that build that was meant for I guess that got leaked that had Raphael and Cervantes. I tried out a few characters that were in the beta. I tried out Astaroth, Songmina, and Cervantes. You know, I fought, two of the matches I did with my friend. He was Maxi and I was Astaroth. And it also didn't help, I don't know why they had these arcade sticks for the controls. Like, why would you have them and not like actual like PS4, Xbox One controllers? The arcade sticks were really nice. I'm just not really an arcade stick user, and I wonder if that was maybe one of the reasons the line wasn't so long, because a lot of people don't really feel comfortable with those. But I mean, hey, I was, you know, whatever. I was happy I got to play some anyway. I lost all of the Astaroth, but I did win with Songmina. She's actually really fun to use. I am more happy she's back. And Cervantes I did use. You know, Cervantes was Cervantes, Astaroth was Astaroth. They were both pretty cool. It was good to try them out at least. My Hero Academia One's Justice, I mean, it was pretty brief what I got with it, but it was fun. It was a lot more fast-paced than I think what people give it credit for. First match I actually, funnily enough, played as Dabby or Dobby. I call him Dabby because I don't want to get him confused with the guy from Harry Potter. And it was funny because I actually cosplayed as Dabby, and my friend at Skull Star Productions actually cosplayed as All for One. And it was funny because the match I did in My Hero Academia, I was fighting a girl dressed as Deku. So I of course had to use Dabby, and the two assist characters I had to pick were two other villains, Toga and Muscular, who were associated with him. And of course she had to pick Deku, and I think she picked like Ida and Ochako, which, you know, make perfect sense. You know, it was cool being able to do that. I think it was close, but I did manage to win. You know, Dabby was pretty fun to use. And then the second match I played is, you know, I wanted to use Dabby again, but the person I was fighting picked Dabby first, and I didn't want to be the alternate color. So I'm like, I'll just pick Todoroki, and I got my ass handed to me. That guy clearly knew what he was doing in the game already. You know, I couldn't really enjoy playing as Todoroki because I got my ass handed to me that much, but it is what it is. I could have played a third one, but I didn't really feel like, you know, I think it was almost time to go at that point. So I did get to play those games, and I did also get to play Code Vein again. They had a new demo for that, and that was cool. I mean, I really would like to know when that game's coming out. I don't know, they're really keeping quiet with that. I don't really know what they're changing so much. They needed to delay it to the time they couldn't even give us a release date. Also, sorry if the camera's kind of unsteady. I couldn't really get a good, I didn't bring my tripod, and I couldn't really get it set up good without having to use my hand. So I think ultimately, the thing I guess I was kind of upset about is I was really looking forward to trying out Jump Force and at least Jump Force and Devil May Cry 5, at least those two, and kind of talking about with you guys, like, you know, how I thought about them. You know, even if I couldn't get footage, just kind of talking about my experience with them. You know, just talking about that, you know, how they were, and, you know, I guess sharing my thoughts. And, like, I guess, like, yeah, it was cool playing more Soul Calibur 6 and My Hero Academia, but it's like, I feel like there's less mystique to those games because they're so close to coming out already, or people had played them more, so it's like it's not as exciting talking about them as awesome as they were, and as much as I'm looking forward to them. Devil May Cry 5 and Jump Force are still a little ways off, so it's like, yeah, I'll get to play them some point, and it just sucks. I was kind of hoping to, kind of spread more of the news of it, be, I guess, someone with earlier hands on. And it's kind of upsetting that I wasn't able to kind of do that. And I'm a little disappointed in myself. Maybe not myself, just disappointed in the situation. It just sucks that, it's so hard to get in some of those things at conventions. I guess the one thing that sort of made me feel better is, after seeing the Tokyo Game Show stuff for Devil May Cry 5, I was kind of hoping to be the Dante demo. It's actually the Nero demo, and not that I wouldn't want to play that, but I would much prefer the Dante demo, to be honest. So I guess it's a little less crappy that it wasn't my preferred demo of choice for that. I think that's about it. So I apologize for going to New York Comic Con, not playing these games that have popped up on my channel that I've been talking about. It's more so Devil May Cry 5, because Jump Force I talk about here and there, but nothing too big. And I think that's about it. And again, sorry for any activity. My schedule has just been kind of crazy. It'll probably come more back to normal after this week. So yeah. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Let me know if you guys play any of these games in New York Comic Con, or if you were even there, or if you actually thought you saw me. Like the video if you like it, dislike if you dislike it. Don't forget to check out my friend Mark Yoon in the description below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and if you like some of my other videos, it'll motivate me to keep making the videos, and it'll let you know when I release those videos. And as I always say, another time, another place, keep being awesome.
NANI?!